Brand new, full box and papers, and that watch is going to cost you $9,450.
This is an interesting one. This one's all the way from Japan.
The Rolex Datejust Turn-O-Graph.
Somebody who doesn't know the watches, they would just presume they're both steel.
I see selling this, advertising it for around. It's the James Bond Blue Seamaster.
You want Oyster bracelet yet?
Jubilee if I can.
Jubilee bracelet, okay. I'll get a few options for you to look at. Okay, so here's some of the Datejust that we currently have. This one is the Wimbledon. This is your current daily.
The current one, yeah. Which I'm not looking to replace, I like to keep it as well.
Yes, you're wearing that more every day in this one.
Yeah, that was me 40th birthday present to myself, and this one's for a promotion, so.
Lovely. It's definitely great that you're going to put it on occasion to the watch. So
Yep.
makes it a little bit more special, doesn't it?
Does that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I'm going to try a 36.
I'd like to try a 36 too, please, yeah.
So here's the mint green Jubilee. The most popular dials will either be the green.
Yeah.
Will that either be the green or the Wimbledon, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's the better dial in any way, just not, whatever you prefer. I personally prefer the white dial or a blue dial, a more of a crisp watch.
Yeah.
Case size, you prefer the 41 or 36?
I think I'm leaning towards the 41.
Yeah.
The 36. Strange, I've got a 36 mm backwards tether I've had for about 20 years, and that doesn't feel too small. That one just
probably because you're used to it. But
yeah.
I think if you're putting two Datejust together for your wrist size, I would definitely recommend the 41 over the 36 personally. But again, it's all personal preference.
Yeah.
And I think bracelet size wise, you obviously with your Tudor you have the Oyster style bracelet. Yeah. It's a more of a sportier look.
Yeah. But that's why I like the Jubilee with the smooth bezel. It's a bit more dressy without being too flashy, because you haven't got the obviously white gold.
Yeah. No. If somebody who doesn't know the watches, you had them both together, they would just presume they were both steel. Yes. But obviously somebody who knows a Datejust or the Rolex catalogue, they're gonna know. Yeah, the smooth bezel represents in the Datejust as being full steel.
Yeah.
Where the fluted is with the white gold bezel. Yeah. And that's where the extra cost comes.
Yes, of course. Try that one.
Yeah, sure. I would always show you things like OPs as well, but seeing as though you prefer the Jubilee bracelet, maybe it's not, but OP's always an option. I can show you a couple of dials. So you've got things like the green, which is extremely popular, and you have some of the newer dials. There's also 41. This is the new version. This is a black dial. This is an older version.
Yeah.
And I've just sold one of these already this morning. This is the blue. This is a new 2025 novelty watch. Something to consider if you prefer the Oyster, but if you prefer the Jubilee, it's similar to the Datejust. You've just got the nice variation of dials, and obviously the dials in the OP range doesn't carry through to the Datejust.
No.
So you've just got some different options, and these sort of watches, you won't see as many of them in the market, especially the new dials.
Yeah.
That particular watch is a 2021 watch, full box and papers.
Yeah.
I mean, something like that's going to cost you just short of 7,000.
Okay.
What do you think?
Nice. I think I've got a couple of black dial watches. I think I'm going to maybe go with something a bit different. I think.
Yeah, Tudor's black dial.
Yeah, Tudor's black dial. Yeah.
This one's brand new 2025, and this one's online for $12,450. It's the green and the Wimbledon, the top choices.
To be honest, I'm having a hard time picking between the three. I can only afford one for now.
So hopefully that one can tick all the boxes for you.
Yeah.
So that's fresh out the store, September 2025.
Yeah.
So pretty much the full balance of the 5-year warranty. Obviously you also get, with any watch that you buy from us, 24 months warranty regardless. You're fully stacked up in terms of warranty. Brand new, full box and papers. Jubilee bracelet with the beautiful Wimbledon dial and the smooth bezel. And that watch is going to cost you $9,450.
Got to pick between the dials.
Yeah. It's a little bit of an upgrade from your Tudor.
It is, yeah. Just like the Tudor.
Oh, it's still a perfect watch to wear every day, don't get us wrong, yeah definitely, but your Wimbledon Datejust is a pretty cool watch.
I think I'll have to go and have a bit of a think. I can't quite get my mind up on the dial, to be honest.
No problem. You've tried this on, you've tried the green on also, so it's just a case of you telling us what you
Just a preference.
Yeah, so if you need a little bit of time to think about which style you prefer, just let us know. All right.
Nice one.
Cool, no problem. I'll give you my WhatsApp as well.
Please,
What's the story behind this? Because I think I've only seen this once before in a photo.
So, this is a Oris Pro Dive Chronograph, and it's 51mm. It's a very big watch.
When did this watch come out? Like, is it an older style that they don't make anymore? I mean,
I believe it's discontinued. It has like a wave style black dial. And like I say, I think it's probably something that you would use for diving.
yeah, it looks like a very heavy duty watch. It comes in a proper like pelican case style.
Yeah, it's like 2012, I believe. It has a brand new titanium bracelet with it, which is immaculate, which has never been used. The bezel function, it actually pulls off the case so you can twist it. If it got knocked and you are timing how much air you've got left, then it might be a bit of a bad day for you. So
disaster avoidance, right? So that's the Oris. How much is this watch?
So in 2012, it cost a little over £3,000, and we will be selling it for a little over half that.
Moving into some of these watches over here, what have we got?
So the first one is a 36mm Explorer. This is 2022, and we sell it for around 6,500.
I think these came out in 21. So it's one of the earlier ones. As you can see, the gentleman who owned this previously probably wore this as an everyday watch.
Yeah.
Where do you see these again in the market?
We resell these ones for around the list price. I think a brand new one would probably be £500 over the list price. I believe the list price is 6,650.
Right, okay.
Which is the price for quite a few things at the moment, the Air King.
I have a Tudor here. This is a Black Bay. This is one of the original Black Bays. It's the 41mm in black. Pretty much would go with anything, I would say, this kind of watch, wouldn't it?
Very similar to a Submariner non-date, very similar in size to the latest model. The good thing about this is the gentleman who we've just took it in part exchange from has bought the rubber bracelet with the deployment clasp.
So this one, the bezel's in really nice condition, which is one of the main things. This is actually a 2023 watch, and can you guess how much this was in 2023? I've got a receipt here.
It's about £3,700 now.
Yeah.
Probably about 3,400 maybe.
Very close, 3,370.
We will be looking to sell this watch for around 2,750. The next one, something that we don't see too often. We maybe see 2 or 3 a year, and this one is a particularly perfect example. So it's the Rolex Datejust Turn-O-Graph, 36mm, has a yellow gold fluted bezel. It still has stickers on the case. This one has a champagne dial. It has the roulette date wheel, which is black and red. Alternatively, it has the red second hand.
Yeah.
And this
it's got a party trick.
Is like a brand new watch. Harry's going to show me it.
So the bezel, which looks a little bit like a fluted bezel of a normal Datejust, right? You can actually rotate it in either direction. So it's a bit more sporty than a regular Datejust.
A bit like a Sky Dweller than it has a...
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do anything like to the actual function of a watch like the Sky Dweller, but you can time your eggs in the morning or something like that if you want to. I think one of these famously is called the Thunderbird model.
Yeah, I think me and Harry were talking about how it would compare to exactly the same watch as if it was a Datejust price-wise. I think it's probably worth between £1,000 and £2,000 more than the equivalent. But what I would say is you rarely see watches of that age with the stickers on, but more importantly in that condition, because it's as new pretty much.
Yeah, they made these kind of mid-2000s up to I think 2012. So, you know, this one's still got stickers on the lugs. It's got the case back sticker on as well. So, yeah, very sharp watch.
The good thing about this is it's full set. It has the card, the swing tags, the calendar, the booklets, the wallet, absolutely everything with it. We will be retailing this at about £8,000.
All right. Well, this one here, it's a bluesy, and this one is the later reference. We can tell that because it's got the white text on the dial.
Yeah, that's
so it's the 41mm.
The 126613 LB, the latest model. That's 2022, and we sell that once it's been polished, full set, both swing tags, for around 13,000.
And what's the RRP on one of these at the moment? Around 15k.
Getting on for 15k, I believe it's 14,750 maybe. But it's a very iconic watch, very popular. We sold a lot of them this summer, and I think it's a dial where, depending on what angle you look at it, it's anywhere from bright blue to navy blue.
Yeah.
And it looks fantastic in the sunshine. So
really nice watch, the blues.
It's a very popular watch, and I wouldn't imagine it's a watch you could walk into Rolex and buy.
Yeah. Right, okay, so what have we got there?
A couple of other watches that we've just bought this morning. 2 solid gold 26mm Datejusts with the President bracelet. One of them has a factory diamond and sapphire bezel and a factory diamond blue dial. So that one is in a lot better condition. It's about 5 years newer than this one. It's 1987, and there's a significant premium both when it was originally purchased and its value and cost, really, because like I say, it's a watch that you see customized a lot with aftermarket diamonds and aftermarket bezel or dial, but that is all factory original. It's watch only. It'll come with a box and our warranty, and we will be selling that for around £9,000. At the same time, if you look at how much a new one is, probably sort of 25,000 plus.
Yeah.
A gem set one would probably be £35,000 plus. So for a full gold ladies Rolex, it's still a very good price point, I would say. This one is 5 years older. This one has a mineral glass rather than the sapphire crystal that one has. It has a factory diamond champagne dial. That one has a fluted bezel. It needs a new glass. It needs a little bit of care. But again, the price point, it will be less than £6,000 when we come to sell it for a full 18 karat gold diamond dial Rolex, which again is good value. About 23 or 24,000. So somebody walked in and asked for one, that's what I would be able to source them for. But at the same time, they made this watch right up to like 2023, and we still buy and sell them from this age, sort of mid 2000s, all the way up to new. I see selling this, advertising it for around 28,000 and working from there. So it's entirely up to you whether you want to sell it or you want us to sell it for you. You're going to get significantly more if you let us sell it for you, and I don't think it'll take too long. What I would do is put the brand new links in, get the watch refurbished so it's as new. It doesn't have a great deal of wear. You see some of them that are very sort of rounded on the sides because the gold's soft, whereas that one, for its age, with the polish, it'll be as good as new.
What year is that one, John?
I believe it's 2008. 2011.
So it's a fairly early one.
It is. It has the gold hands.
So which hands are those? Is that the second? Did you say there was 3 sets of hands? Because we'll have one quite recently.
There's blue, there's gold, and then there's the Mercedes hands, which are the newest ones.
So they are the earlier hands.
Yes, these are the earlier hands, but they're gold. I'm just going to move them round because it's actually behind the red second hand. They make subtle changes. I think it has the same model number throughout, so
yeah,
that goes to show that it's very little difference.
So here we are again, back in the studio, Harry and I's Bat Cave. I've kept him waiting a little while. He had to ring the shop and say, "Where are you?" I came to come out and somebody inquired about a vintage watch via the telephone, and then as I opened the door again, a young lad came in and wanted a rubber strap put on a Batman, not baby blue, bright blue, so like a royal, yeah, it's like a royal blue. Look cool. Obviously put the original clasp on, so it'll keep his bracelet in good condition for time to come. But I also got sidetracked, and Harry will show you it because I have a picture on my phone here of a vintage motorbike parked in the street, and it stopped me. I took a photo and I realised that the guy was sitting in the window of Pink Lane Bakery, so I went in, shook his hand. He referred to her as him and his wife have owned the bike for 15 years. They've travelled all around England. They've travelled to Europe, and it's totally and utterly original.
Can you just tell us what the bike is? What is the model?
The BMW R75-5, and it was on an L, which is a 75L. Now, the R75 is the model and the 5 is the reference. It's got nothing to do with it being a 1975. For the watch people will know that that is a Panerai box. I got asked off a customer a couple of days ago, where was the cardboard outer of the Panerai box? And I'd said, well, this is how it came. And this is how this one came as well. And I sold this watch new in 2016. I love buying a watch back from a customer. I think it's the way forward. Not your normal Panerai. They're normally a black batten dial, a white batten dial, but, you know, synonymous with a brown leather strap. And this watch has it, but this watch is a little bit special. It has a soft crystal, so a plexiglass, similar to the old Rolexes, mainly because of the dome on that. You couldn't get that in sapphire crystal, but it's a Panerai chronograph, but it has a second twist. It's called a Rattrapante. This has a split-second timing capacity, which is why it has the extra chronograph button on the bottom of the case. I've just purchased the watch. It has got marks on the bezel and the case. One of the things that we talk about all the time is this is an original Panerai strap, and on the back it's in very good order, but it has got a little bit of wear there. This watch will be serviced, refurbed, but I'll leave the strap on. The customer that buys the watch might ask us to supply a new strap. It's full set Panerai. It's got screwdriver, pushers, and it has a used rubber strap, but in very, very good condition, coming up to 10 years old, and that will be available online. It's not deal of the week, but for around about the £5,000 mark.
In 2025, who do you think is the Panerai customer? How would you describe one?
Architect.
Okay.
Architect, designer. This is, I think, Panerai, we have a resurgence of Panerai, and I had one of these in 2013 when they first came out.
When was peak Panerai? When was it the hottest?
Peak Panerai was mid 2000s, 2004, 2005, 2006.
And that's when you would have seen the
Jason Statham, Sylvester Stallone,
right.
Mark Wahlberg, Brad Pitt. All of these people were wearing Panerai. Brad Pitt would probably swoon over that motorbike like I've just done, because he's one of the biggest, not only watch collectors, he's massive into motorbikes. He doesn't just look at them, he rides them. So yes, the person that's wearing this is a little bit, I think with it being so technical, could be a little bit of a watch nerd, watch geek. Somebody that's like, so precise. I have a friend of mine that is retired up to Northumberland. You know who you are, and I know who he watches. That's right up your street, you little geek, because he likes anything that's precise. So the next brand is a box that not many people will recognise. It's lost its top of the box. There's a black top to go on. You know, people look after things, people look after the watches. Unfortunately, that's the way it's come from the client. This watch has been into the workshop, it's been serviced and refurbed. And when I took it in store, Joe went, oh, is that another FP Jaune? Oh, what is it? Is it a Lang? Is it a Patek? Well, if it was any of those three, it would be £100,000. And the reason I'm going to talk about this today, Harry, is that I bought this whilst I was in the London store from a walk-in, and I shook his hand and said, great watch. It was a gift to him, and he said he could use the money now. So the gentleman was South American. I know how much the watch was in dollars. It was $17,500. This watch is a very, very rare Oris, and it is part of their centenary, which they celebrated 110 years. So I know because my dad wore an Oris, and I don't know this because my dad wore an Oris, but Oris was founded in 1904, I believe.
Right.
If I'm wrong, please correct me nicely. So I reckon this watch was 110 years. My maths isn't good, but I'll get that to 2014. I'm led to believe they made 110 of them in steel, 110 of them in rose. Don't know whether they made it in platinum or probably they made it in yellow as well. Haven't seen yellow, I've only seen steel and rose. So UK retail would have probably between 13 and 14,000 pounds, maybe slightly less, maybe 12 in 2014. It is a beautiful timepiece. It has a 10-day power reserve. It's manual wind, it's skeleton backed, it's got that big plate, very similar to the Panerai manual wind P2000 movement for the geeks out there, for the watch nerds. But effectively for people that don't know, you can wind this watch up, you can wear this watch, and it will run for 10 days. I think it's probably 41, 42 mil. So it's a big, imposing rose gold. It's the original strap, so it has been worn.
When you service watches, do you find that you get more longevity out of a manual wind compared to an automatic because there's potentially less parts to go wrong?
Potentially, yes. The biggest problem that we have with modern watches, and we'll use, because we'll love them, when Jack says, it rattles, I'll say, well, stop rattling it, because it needs to go to the workshop. That means the rotor's loose, the oscillating weight. So if you catch it in time, it's an easy repair. If you don't catch it in time, it's not a costly, but it costs more because you are replacing bits.
Back to the Oris, obviously £12,000 approximately is expensive for that brand. So what does that mean now, like in terms of the market and how that sits?
Hang on. Diddle-diddle. Diddle-diddle. This is Hendo's deal of the week. Give me £5,000 and that watch is yours.
Right.
And as I've said to you, if it had FP Jaune, Lang, Patek on, it would be 100 grand.
Yeah.
I'm going to pop it on my wrist because I can and I love it. There you go. It is a fantastic timepiece for the discerning client that maybe doesn't want that brand and just wants a good watch. I think it's got a lot going for it at a fraction of money. One of the things, we talk about, John wants me to ring a customer with him who has a vintage Rolex, a vintage Hanhart, 1942.
Okay.
Guy knows his stuff, and that's why John wants me to speak to him. And a 1960s Breitling Navitimer. We'll take in part X. He wants a Daytona. That's my first question to him. You've got three very, very unusual rare watches. The Hanhart, we'll follow up on the Hanhart because that is a little bit of a celebrity watch as well. But the last one, which I just was walking along here and it jumped out on the shelf. And if this watch, doesn't sell at Christmas, I'm going to give it to my mother because she's expressed a little bit of interest. We went to a black tie do and Jack's missus said, Hendo, why are you wearing a woman's watch? I was wearing a vintage Cartier Vendôme. So it looked like a lady's watch, tiny little leather strap. This is marketed as a lady's watch, but this trend that's getting talked about all the time, why are men wearing ladies' Cartiers? They're not. They're wearing men's Cartiers that are just small. So that is a lady's size or a mid-size. I would wear that, and I love, and I think it's fantastic on the red strap. It is stainless steel with a rose gold bezel, standard cabochon in the winder, and that is a Cartier strap, has a little bit of wear. It's watch only. I know who I bought it off, and I know the company that he bought it off, because it's somebody that we work with, and it's one of those situations, you know, these both have the boxing papers, that the boxing papers have been mislaid. It's been fully serviced, it's been refurbed. I replaced the glass because it had marks on the glass. It comes watch register checked, so it's not lost or stolen, and it will come to a potential buyer for around about the £4,000 mark. I think really good value in modern terms.
This is the first one.
Okay, thank you. Wow. It is a Tag Heuer Aqua Racer with the green bezel and the green dial, completely unworn. One of the older Tudor boxes.
It is the older. It's the first Pelagos. It's I love the look of it when it came out, and I always used to wear it on the rubber strap.
All right.
But it has the dive extension and the titanium bracelet as well.
This is an interesting one. This one's all the way from Japan.
All right. Seiko make a range of watches. You can get obviously quite entry level, affordable ones, but then you go all the way up to Grand Seiko, and then I think even Credo.
Yes.
So they kind of cover a really broad range.
I love the dial on the cocktail time. It was really, really nice. This is the original cocktail time when it first came out, because they've changed the I'm not using the right word on the side, but the winder.
Okay.
So they've turned it into more of a sort of tulip bell shape, where this is still the cylindrical shape.
Every time I look at those, though, you wouldn't guess the price point of them, because they're really, as I say, I think punch above their weight class.
So this isn't usually a brand that we would buy or sell.
Okay.
But I will get my colleague to have a look at it.
No problem.
And I'll come back to that one. Again, unusual because we rarely see this box. It's the James Bond Blue Seamaster.
Very nice.
Very popular.
So that one's in steel, and the No Time to Die is in titanium.
Yes. Comes with the blue NATO, again, unworn. And that is 2024, and it's brand new. Okay, so I'll go through the figures. With the Omega, we would buy it for $4,000 with an outright purchase. If you wanted us to sell the watch on your behalf, we could look to return £4,750. With the green Aqua Racer, if we were buying that outright, we'd pay £1,000. On consignment, we would look to return $1,200. With the Tudor Pelagos, we would buy the watch for $1,600 and look to return $1,800 on consignment.
Okay.
Although it's a fantastic watch, I'm looking at them reselling for around £250, £300. So I would think that wouldn't be for us.
Okay.
But if I was you, I would keep it and enjoy it, because it's a very, very nice looking watch.
Thank you. Okay, I'm looking for an outright sell. So
Okay.
I'd like to go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Right,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, it's that time of the week again. It's time for Deal of the Week, Deal of the Week, Deal of the Week. What do we have here? Stock number 9644, 43mm red writing sea dweller. This one is a 2022. Full set with your white swing tag, card, and your instruction book. Now this watch, list price is £11,750. They're on our website at $10,950. Great watch with the red writing. A little bit different from a sub. You can have it for, I was going to say $10,250. Well, not. You can have it for £9,750 on the red writing 2022 Sea Dweller.